This is the moment you've been waiting for. The Men's Cup Final. It's the tradition Hong Kong Football Club 10s, and we have the tradition YCAC playing off against the BaaBaas in what is going to be an absolute fantastic contest and showcase of 10s rugby.
Yes, tradition YCAC, Yokohama Country and Athletic Club, the oldest rugby club in Asia and one of the oldest active rugby clubs in the world, founded nearly 160 years ago. They were the champions in 2023, knocked out in the semi-final by Shogun last year when they failed to kick the ball into touch after full time. And Shogun was able to score a try and then kick the conversion from touch. But the BaaBaas, the BaaBaas, the Pig Athletic Club, a big upset, beating Shogun, the star-studded Shogun team, full of New Zealand NPC players. They won that game 14-12. It was a very smart performance, Ash, in the semi-final.
It absolutely was, and it showcased how resilient this BaaBaas team is, and they'll be looking to put it all on the line down here in Sports Road at the Hong Kong Football Club. Referee Carl Dixon blows the whistle as James McGregor gets us underway for the grand final. Strong take there and ball carry from tradition, but an early penalty from the BaaBaas.
Against Shea Turner there, I think.
Just a little over-eager. So Dan Hawkins will look to punch this one down, and he gets a good strike with the ball ending up about 30 metres or a bit more away from the BaaBaas line. First attacking set piece.
2 days of sensational entertainment. It's all come to this climax, the Men's Cup Final. The BaaBaas, the Pig Athletic Club, with several of the Australian Sevens squad in their team.
Strong collision there in the midfield from the tradition YCAC. From Curtis Reed. Good contest there from Shea Turner in the breakdown as Hawkins gets it across to the big man, Matic. Dawkins going blind again as Y passes it across to his winger. Y again, first ball receiver. A big collision in the tight channels there from Funu. But Church carrying really strongly. And the advantage goes the way of tradition. Free ball to play with now. But they spill it forward, so they'll come back for the penalty.
Oh, this has been a very impressive professional build-up here by tradition YCAC. They've kept the ball, they've run hard and straight down the centre of the field, committing bodies in the opposition team, and eventually forcing the error, and the chance now to go from attacking line out.
They're really showing their intent to play strong, direct rugby, force those pack defenders in, giving themselves an opportunity maybe later in the game to pass it out wide, but they've actually chosen to come in here for a scrum. They want to take them on up front early.
Well, look at the size of tradition YCAC. Very, very big pack of forward, big front rows, and they're going to try and put a little bit on the opposition here, commit those 5 forwards and give the space for the backs.
Absolutely, as they get it in and pass it through to Hawkins. Little pop back up to Whaianga Anuku. Good carry as Funo goes forward. Bobbles that one backwards, so play on's the call. And they get that across to Church. Big handoff from Church. And a good offload as well. The ball bobbles around.
Numbers here.
And they get the opportunity. They quickly pass it out wide. And it's the danger man again. Kicks it by in the corner. He knows so well. What a start for YCAC. Brilliant.
Try number 9 for Kitty Bai, and he is the front runner, I think, for player of the tournament. He has been quite sensational. His brother, Cody, will be playing over the weekend, the New Zealand Sevens team. And if you go back to their victory back in 2023, he was the star of the tournament. And people are still scratching their heads that he didn't get player of the tournament. Maybe this time justice will prevail. Look at that conversion.
What a brilliant kick there from Dan Hawkins from the sideline to get the extra 2. It's 7 points for tradition. YCAC taking the lead here in the men's cup final. What a way to start this contest.
Well, you can't win rugby games without the ball. And unfortunately, BaaBaas have not seen the ball yet in the first 4.5 minutes of play.
And they opt to go deep off this kickoff. And a great take and a really strong kick here. Hawkins does a lot to keep that in and avoid the 50-22.
Yeah, that was brilliant play by Hawkins there.
Yes, it was definitely a good kick.
Mighty kick by Teddy Teller from his own 22.
As they look to spin this one wide now. Way puts a little heat on it. Trucking down the wide channels. Big strong clean out from Church. Dawkins, crossfield kick pass. Goes right to hand as well. And a big bunt off. Does he keep it in? The flag's raised, and it's going to be a BaaBaas line out, but a lot of strong attacking power early on here.
And 7 subs coming onto the field for BaaBaas, the big athletic club. They're trailing by 7-0, but it's been all tradition YCAC so far. The Yokohama Country and Athletic Club, they defeated the Scottish Exiles in their quarterfinal and then beat the Union of Bordeaux-Bègles, the French team, by 18-12. They've built nicely through the tournament and they've made a great start here.
As Kikurangi doesn't manage to find his target, and it lands on the tradition side, and Hawkins cleans that up nicely as Howling pushes this one across, but Carl Dixon blows it up. He's not happy with that, and it's going to be a penalty to tradition.
And I think that's against the skipper this time for the BaaBaas, Lavini Anari, for arguing with the referee. And it's out of frustration because they can't get their hands on the ball.
Yeah, discipline, letting the BaaBaas down there, and you can't afford to do that in such a tight contest like a cup final.
That's a hefty kick too.
Another massive kick, but McGregor does sensationally well, and now he skirts off down the sideline.
Only just caught by the back of the jumper, and finally they have the ball.
The BaaBaas go wide here with a bit of space.
Oh, he should have passed it.
Oh, he should have passed it. Strong defensive effort there from tradition. Oh, unfortunate little knock on there from Pack. It's Elliot Quinton not being able to hold on, but they go quickly through Shukudu. And Forbes.
He's been outstanding. He'll be vying for player of the tournament as well.
No halfback there, so Hawkins has to go in himself.
Well, that's a relieving penalty, I've got to say, for the BaaBaas, because they've spent the whole of this first half defending. It's been all tradition, YCAC. But a little error coming in and a chance now to get up towards halfway.
They just want to settle things down. They need to hold on to the ball here, do the BaaBaas, build up some phases. And we've got 2 minutes left in this first half, and it's all been tradition YCAC so far. The BaaBaas need something special here. As Kikurangi throws that one over the back, and Church snaps that one away and trucks up the midfield. Hawkins quick there to distribute it. Oh, big body slam of a tackle from BaaBaas, and they're happy with it, and they'll force the turnover.
How's that for counter rugby?
Oh, great work there from Tradition to get that one back on their side. And Rob Rush steadies the ship in the midfield.
Son of the great Eric.
Good hands here from Tradition. It goes to Church. Looks to get an arm free. But that one is a bit loose. And it's Matic. But great work from Pack to get over that ball and force a turnover. It's Slowick getting on top of it. Oh, really good from Balasoma Somo. And looking to punch this one down the midfield.
But straight down the throat of the fullback.
He's looking for options both sides. And they opt to go left as they inject a bit of pace into this back line. Wade spins it to Hawkins, who gets it across to Rob Rush once again. Proving very strong. Big, long pass over the top to Forbes and pops it back inside to Armstrong, but not able to pull it in.
Well, we were level with that pass. It looked to drift well forward, but the referee was in line also, and he said, look, it came out of the hands backwards. I'm happy. So they're holding on at the moment, aren't they?
They are.
The BaaBaas.
There's still only one converted try between these two teams in what is set to possibly be the last play of the first half in this men's cup final.
Well, Tradition, YCAC have had 80% of possession. They've really controlled this game, and a few opportunities for BaaBaas. But you've got to say BaaBaas, their defence has been sensational. Very aggressive at the breakdown, and they've really made their presence felt there.
You can't shy this BaaBaas team on effort. They're putting in the work, and it's a strong scrum, but deep in their own 22, they decide to pop that one into touch and go take a water break. It's halftime down here at the Tradition Hong Kong Football Club 10s Men's Cup Final, and what a great 10 minutes of rugby.
Oh, it really has been absolutely superlative rugby, and amazing defensive capability from Pig Athletic Club. They just, I think for the first 5 minutes there, they basically didn't touch the ball. Tradition controlled the game, and it's been very physical, but Pig Athletic Club haven't shirked the task, have they? They've been making it count at the breakdown. They've been hitting hard, and that defence has kept them in the game.
They've been doing enough, the BaaBaas team, to keep themselves within striking distance. It's a massive 10 minutes coming up between these two championship sides. Stay tuned for what is set to be an epic end to this Tradition Hong Kong Football Club 10s, the world's best 10s tournament.
Rocky Khan, the backs coach, involved there. He's involved with the Chinese women. But Tradition YCAC have their noses in front of converted try, and they'll be looking to pick up where they left off. And it really was a rugged first half. It was fitting of a cup final here in the Tradition Hong Kong 10s. Ferocious defence from both sides, and this game well and truly in the balance.
It definitely is, and the fans have been getting exactly what they ordered for this men's cup final, as the BaaBaas need a little bit of magic, and that man could be the man to give it. But Hawkins punches this one right down into the pack half, but it's taken well by Turner, and they look to clear that one down close to the 40.
Shay Turner, the hooker for BaaBaas, lives on Tiwi Island, which is just off Darwin. Only a population there of 1,500. He's high school teacher there. You can't go swimming there, by the way, Ash. The crocodiles.
Oh, really good, strong work and a fantastic pass there from Tradition as he looks to get a little offload, and he does. He gets it across to the big danger man, number 12, Curtis Reed, who settles that one nicely, and it's Matt Matic, who's looking for options, goes himself and gets caught in a high tackle. So they're playing with free ball here. Oh, Hawkins finds himself in a bit of space, gets it back to Matic. He's so close to the line. And a pick and go. He goes himself. Doesn't want to get held up this close, but he does. Carl Dixon blows it up, and they'll come back for a scrum.
So I thought there might have been a penalty advantage there for Tradition, but the referee, if there was, he decided the advantage had accrued, and somehow BaaBaas have held on. Now, McGregor can drop kick the ball back to halfway. He can get 50 metres. He gets about 45 there.
And the danger man, Kiti Vai, looking to straighten this one. And Shea Turner meets him in a big collision. But Church with a bit of space here and a man outside him as well. Church shows it, goes himself, and he's done it. It's try time for Church.
Well, a rare mistake there by the BaaBaas. They went for the intercept and left the line open, really. And that's a crushing blow there, delivered by Tradition YCAC. Heartbreak for them last year when they failed to make it through to the final. But now they certainly have, there's 7.5 to go. A wonderful opportunity to round this advantage home.
And Dan Hawkins knocks over for the extra 2, but I've been really impressed with Cam Church this whole tournament. He's always Johnny on the spot and does enough there to show and go on McGregor with a big send-off and dots that one down to give Hawkins the easy 2. Really good work from Church.
Well, it's a huge mountain now for the BaaBaas, the Pig Athletic Club. As we say, they haven't had a lot of possessions, and they did have it there at the start of the second half. They spilled it, and that's really hurt them. And boy, were they punished by this very powerful and vigorous Tradition YCAC, studded with the NPC players from New Zealand.
As Hawkins gets us back underway, Turner does well again. Finds McGregor in the backfield, the danger man.
And he was well marked that time.
Oh, the ball not going to hand. But Stewart does well here. Fighting nicely. And a high shot. So they're going to come back. McGregor thinks about going quickly, but decides better of it and punches this one down. Close to the halfway.
Two converted tries needed to get back in the game, but a 7-pointer will certainly put some pressure back on Tradition YCAC.
They need to spark something soon here as Turner looks to find his locking partner down to the back, and he does so nicely. Loop back around for McGregor, missed pass, but read really well in defense as they scamper away, but the ball left behind, so it's messy in the backfield. McGregor hands on it again, and he finds a bit of space. Good footwork from McGregor.
And a brilliant tackle too to stop him.
That's Stewart carrying again in the midfield, but bobbles that one up and lets Tradition off.
50-22.
Massive kick. Does it go out? It does. A huge 50-22 and massive territory win there for Tradition YCAC.
Oh, that's a crushing blow delivered by YCAC. And with 5 minutes to go, 14-0, they can really wrap this final up. They've done everything right. It's been a very professional performance by them. And Sam Y, the scrum half from Hawke's Bay, with a beautiful kick.
They're doing all those small 1%ers really well, Tradition, and it's paying off for them big time down here at the Hong Kong Football Club.
Forward coach Nigel Walsh coached the New Zealand Heartland 15 for the last 3 years. Former outstanding young prop who suffered a neck injury early in his career. He coached Celtic to 7 premierships in a row, which I think is a New Zealand record. The forward coach Nigel Walsh, and the backs coach, as we mentioned, is Rocky Khan, and they've been very good, haven't they?
They certainly have. They certainly have. And they truck it up through the big man, Curtis Reed, who's got through a truckload of work today so far. As Hawkins scoots around the back, but tackles well and bobbles it forward. So it's on here for the back BaaBaas as they got a bit of space. And McGregor out down the sideline. McGregor, little twinkle toes, and he pops it up. And
Bird
he gets it to Bird. How good. Try time under the sticks.
Don't go to bed yet. The 2 Australian 7 stars, McGregor and Bird, in concert, right in front of our commentary position. What an exciting try.
Brilliant showcase there from James McGregor to link up with Daly Bird. And that's exactly what Pack need in this final. 7 points, plays 14. There's a converted try in it, and it's all on down here.
The excitement machine.
He really is. When he gets ball in hand, there's always something on.
And Bird is going to play with the Manly club in the Shoot Shield, formerly with Eastwood, and formerly captain of the Riverview St Ignatius First 15, who won the Head of the River in Sydney last weekend.
And Pack looked to kick that one off quickly, but it goes into touch, so it will be a traditional line out to get us underway here. The little no lift line out option works well as Hawkins is happy just to boot this one down, forcing McGregor to clean it up. Oh, great defensive effort there from Tradition with a good line chase.
A bit of a hospital pass there for Phillips. Got a bit of space again.
Space again down this left wing, and he's got a whole lot of toe, does Hecky. And he gets the offload. Can he find his man?
Oh.
He can. It's Stewart. Stewart's going. Does he have the pace? He does. Stewart has got a try. Absolutely sensational from the Pack BaaBaas.
Well, the Pack BaaBaas, brilliantly called us. The Pack BaaBaas have basically played this game without the ball, but have shown what they can do when they get their hands on it. 2 sensational tries. Conversion to come would level the scores if successful.
It's those small little points in the game that completely flip this on the head. It was all Tradition YCAC for the first 15 minutes of this game. But the Pack BaaBaas have sparked something down here at the Hong Kong Football Club 10s, and it's all on in this last minute. It's all tied up. Pack BaaBaas, sensational.
Brilliant play by Connor Hickey, again one of the Australian 7s players, to deliver that final pass.
What a game we have in front of us here, Gordon.
Fasten your seatbelts. 40 seconds to go. Scores are locked at 14-all.
It is all go as McGregor looks to put a nice contestable kick. And it bobbles on the Pack side. They've got the advantage as well as they look to put Witt back again on that left side. But advantage was played, so it goes back the other way. And Tradition punching this one down with a really strong chase. But Stewart does well to get back there. It's helter-skelter stuff down here at the football club.
Well recovered there by Pig Athletic Club, and then they turned it over.
The show and the go as Forbes passes that one across to Howling.
Time up on the clock.
And the penalty goes the way of the Pack BaaBaas. So it'll be interesting to see what they do here.
Well, I tell you what, they're out on their feet. Pig Athletic Club, they're taking deep breaths. They look to be in major spot of trouble there.
They punch this one down to the halfway. Attacking line out, pack BaaBaas. The time is up on the clock. The scores are 14 apiece. It's all go.
One of the all-time great 10s finals here in Hong Kong. Who wants it? McGregor.
Well, it falls on the pack side. Well contested line out, but they do enough. They get it out, dancing feet, met with a good tackle. Putting width on it now. The pack BaaBaas. Can they spark something? In this last play, McGregor finds Turner. Strong in contact is Turner. Here we go. Stewart goes the one direction he knows best, and that's forwards. McGregor finds the ball in his hands again as Big Bird trucks it up on the far tram line. Finau, strong. McGregor comes into play half. The crossfield kick. Well taken there from Keelan. Big collision. And barrels him into touch. And that is full time.
Sudden death extra time.
Wow. How fantastic is that? What an exceptional showcase of 10s rugby football down here at the Tradition Hong Kong Football Club's 10s Men's Cup Final.
Well, just breathtaking. Absolutely incredible fight back in the second half by pack BaaBaas, the Pig Athletic Club, and Tradition YCAC leading 14-0. Look to have the game pretty well in their keeping, but you just can't underestimate the Pig Athletic Club. Didn't they come back amazingly?
They showed great spirit there with two fantastic tries. So we're going to move into Golden Point. So whoever scores next is going to be crowned the champions and win the Men's Cup Final down here at Sports Road for the Tradition Hong Kong Football Club 10s. What an absolute spectacle. How good is that as well? The fans getting such an entertaining showcase of rugby.
Well, you've had 12 men's teams and 8 women's teams displaying their incredible skills over the last 2 days, and it's come down to this, a 14-all lock-up at full time, and now the Tradition YCAC, the 2023 champions. They've made changes. They've made their changes for the sudden death extra time, and it's going to be pack BaaBaas, the Pig Athletic Club, the kickoff. First team to score wins.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, extra time down here at the Men's Cup Final as McGregor punches this one nice and deep, and Vi takes it well. Slow ball for Hawkins. Gets it across to Church, the try scorer. Little show and carry strongly. Howling. Gets it back to Hawkins. Thinks about kicking. Goes himself though. And a bit of space here for Hawkins. Met well in a good defensive tackle. Tradition. Happy to play the phases. As Howling gets it wide to Hawkins. All the little bobble ball across to Vi. Throws it back in field. Oh, it's all on here. Big collision again. As Rush thinks about throwing it. Goes for a second dab. Howling. Across to the big man, Funu. Rush. Goes straight. Hawkins. Across to Howling. Spreads it wide to Church. Really hard to take down in contact, Church. Little offload. And there's a lot of tired bodies out here.
Exhausted, I think, is the word.
Reed. Reed slips one tackle, fends off another, and Reed is going to do it under the sticks. It's try time for Reed. Tradition, YCAC are your men's cup grand champions. What a fantastic showcase from Tradition YCAC.
Curtis Reed, the ex-North Harbour NPC man, now playing in Japan. He scored a try to start off the tournament against the Hong Kong club. He scored another against Exiles, but that's probably the most important 10s try of his career. And what a titanic struggle between these two grand sides. But in the end, it's Tradition YCAC, the Yokohama Country and Athletic Club. Their 18 players have really turned up the clock in that last period of extra time to pull it out of the final.
And as far as final football goes, you can't ask for better than that. Going down to Golden Point, sudden death, and to finish it off with a fantastic try right under the sticks. Absolutely brilliant. And we see it again here. Reed slips one, fends another, and dives straight under the sticks.
And Ash, you've got to say that Curtis Reed, number 12, he took a head knock yesterday. He's also got to be vying for player of the tournament, most valuable player, particularly finishing off the grand final like that. He's just been a non-action man. He was instrumental in a try in the first half, the first try, and he has really led by example, the back rower. And I think this is his fourth or fifth time at the 10s here in Hong Kong, and it doesn't get any better than that.
He will be living it up all night tonight because he has done enough here to bring Tradition YCAC to the Cup final. They have it in their grasp now. What a brilliant game of rugby.
And we might get Bill Mason, the tournament director, to come in and say a few words, Ash. He's just here. Bill.
Bill. Can you get Bill?
Bill, come in and say a few words.
And here we have the man behind the scenes that's done it all, Bill Mason, to give us a few words on what he thought of that final.
How good was that, Bill?
Both semi-finals, in fact, I can barely speak, but there you go. The semi-finals, the Women's Cup final, and that was the icing on the cake. Absolutely incredible. And the world's best 10s, and these two amazing commentators next to me, Ash and the legend that is Gordon Bray. Absolutely wonderful.
Well, Bill, as the tournament director,
thank you very much.
You've done it all, mate. You were a player. For Hong Kong, you coached Hong Kong. You refereed at the Hong Kong 7s as well. Tournament director here. You're part of the Hong Kong Football Club Hall of Fame. How are you feeling after the standard we've seen in 2025?
I think I'm ready for a beer, actually, Gordon. No, I think certainly pre-COVID, the standard was really high. Obviously, COVID had a detrimental effect, but I think we're definitely now back to and possibly beyond what we were in pre-COVID. Just amazing, and obviously the quality of the women's game has gone up as well. So I'm just made up, and I'm ready for a beer.
Yeah, and you've got a brilliant young commentator here in Ash alongside me,
yeah.
A local boy who's absolutely thrived. watching everything. If my memory serves me correctly, I think I remember calling you at the 1988 Sydney Sevens at Concord Oval. Is that right? Were you a back rower?
Did have a run out there. Yeah, but I'd rather not talk too much about our game against New Zealand.
Oh, okay. I think New Zealand and Fiji, wasn't it, in the final? From memory?
I think that was New Zealand-Fiji final, but we played New Zealand in the earlier rounds.
Oh, okay. Well,
let's call it an experience.
You contributed to the victory. Yeah.
I think I was on the pitch, and that might be about it.
Yeah.
But
Dash, have you got any questions for Bill before we let him go?
Yeah, I just want to thank you for putting on such a fantastic event down here, and what a great display of 10s rugby we got to witness today, Bill. Thank you so much, and also thank you to all the sponsors that have made this a possibility. It's a real privilege to be down here and to witness such an impressive masterclass of rugby.
Well, Ash, as you know, as with what happens on the pitch, it's a team effort, and there's so many people behind the scenes who help with this. Far too numerous to name, so I'm just a cog in the wheel, and you know, I'm very grateful for all the hard work that everybody puts in. But thank you very much.
Well, thank you very much, Bill. The tournament director, Bill Mason, who is a living legend here in Hong Kong rugby. So to Paul Christopher, the chairman of the organising committee, the committee members, David Naser, who's been a huge support, Benita Lung, Cheryl Goulet, Evan Moore, Josh Stone, Paul McChiefrey and Roshini Turner. They've all been behind the scenes, working for the last 12 months to produce what we've seen here tonight. And really, Ash, we can't speak in more superlatives. It was 10s rugby at its very best here, with Tradition YCAC, and Tradition being the title sponsor. You've got to say the proudest man there is their water boy and team sponsor, Adrian Bell, who is the CEO of Asia and Pacific for Tradition. He's very much part of the team, and he was running the water on the touchline here tonight, and there are going to be some celebrations. I think they're going out on a boat on the harbour tomorrow. I think I might be joining them, so that's going to be fun, and then we'll see some wonderful entertainment at the new stadium for the Sevens.
Absolutely, and what a fantastic showcase to build in to the Hong Kong Sevens, which will kick off tomorrow down at the brand new HKFC Sports Ground. It is going to be a massive weekend. This is only the beginning, but what a day to celebrate. Not only for Tradition YCAC, but the Pac Barbarians can hold their heads high. They played a fantastic game of rugby in the best spirits, and I am just so happy to be a part of this. It truly is the world's best 10s tournament.
And we might just quickly recap. The women's bowl went to the Shogun Rebels. The men's bowl went to Shandong from China. The men's plate went to the Ashbury Tropics. The women's plate to Shandong. So that's a nice double for them, isn't it? The Chinese club winning the women's plate and also the men's bowl. And the Women's Cup went to RKS New Zealand. And wow, what a performance by the Japanese Blue Angels, though, in that final. They won everyone's hearts with their courage and tenacity. And then we've just seen, what, golden point extra time. And Tradition YCAC, they have come through for a splendid victory here. And in the 37th edition of the Hong Kong Tradition 10s, they are the team that have done the job. We've seen women competing for the first time in 2023, and we had 8 teams for the last 2 years. We may even see more, and we've certainly seen a very high standard from those teams as well.
Yeah, rugby is well and truly on the rise here in Hong Kong. It is Absolutely sensational atmosphere down here at Sports Road at the Hong Kong Football Club as the BaaBaas get their runner-up medals. They've done really well all tournament, putting on some fantastic displays of rugby and scoring some worldly tries.
Well, I think as Phil Mason said, Ash, we need a beer.
Absolutely. So we will leave you with the visuals for Tradition YCAC to collect their men's cup trophy. What a fantastic showcase down here at the Tradition Hong Kong 10s. I'm Ashton Hyde alongside Gordon Bray. Thank you so much for tuning in, and kia kaha.
Down here on the main pitch at Hong Kong to crown our 2025 champions.
Let's hear it for C'est la vie. Fantastic, Evan.
New Zealand win the final, mate. How proud are you of this team?
Yeah, cheers, Musa, and cheers to everyone in here at the Hong Kong Football Club teams, traditional teams. First of all, we'd like to thank HKFC for sponsoring us to allow our girls to make an effort to get to this tournament. A lot of first-timers, and just over the moon to play in a great competitive event.
Mate, you've been here many, many times. You've got about 10 seconds. Just quickly sum up how good of a 10s at Hong Kong Football Club.
Oh, it's got to be done. A week of rugby, and I'm sure the girls will have a good time tonight. You got to do it.
Cheer, brother.
Cheer, my bro.
So here we are, ready for the trophy presentation of the Men's Cup. Tradition YCAC collect their medals from the 10s chairman, Mr. Paul Christopher. We've got Tradition CEO Michael Poon in place to hand over the trophy. Mr. Champagne, Mr. Piper Heislick is here with the bottle ready to go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, put your hands together and give it up one last time for your Tradition Hong Kong Football Club 2025 winners. Here comes the trophy. Give it up for your champions, Tradition YCAC.
As we welcome in the New Zealand legends who'll join the YCAC Tradition champions for the champions photo. Your 2025 Hong Kong Football Club Tradition Rugby 10s champs have certainly entertained us this week. And we hope to see you all again next year.